We are going to climb down a very nasty, dark hole today, if my cats will allow it. If you've never been here before, my name is Marie. This is a place to heal. And this is a topic that is very close to my heart. If you don't know, I am a naturopath. I am a detoxification specialist. I am a herbalist. If you want any of my creations, you can always go to my store at aplacetoheal.store, and they are available there. I am outside today for a reason. I'm out here, even though it's a little chilly, I'm out here trying to get some rays. And recently I went down a very nasty rabbit hole. I usually come across stuff without even really meaning to. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that already know all this information or have some of this information, but there's a lot of you, and those are the ones I'm trying to reach, are the ones that do not have this information. So let's get started. Blue light, and I can say this with 100% pure accuracy. Blue light is making you sick. It is upsetting your blood pressure. It is making you fat. There is no doubts about it. And now, there's a lot of my friends that have sat there and have said to me, "You don't know what you're talking about. It ain't all that. This stuff was going on before blue light ever came into the picture." Okay, I'm not talking to you because for some reason there is this resistance on blue light, which is crazy. Okay, which I don't understand, because I'm not asking you to give up your cell phones. I'm not asking them to give up their computers. I'm not asking them to give up their LED TVs. I'm asking them to block the light, not give up the light. But you're going to see here in a minute why I'm getting this resistance. Okay, so blue light is very damaging. I'm going to go through the list real quick. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, because honestly, I can go down this dark, nasty hole for a good 3 to 4 hours, and I'm not going to put you through that. But I am going to give you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the Clef Notes, and then I'm going to start you off on this information, and then you can run with it, okay? And you can see how deep and nasty this hole gets. All right, so blue light, which is the light that gets emitted from your phone screen, okay? It's also emitted in your computer screen. It's full of blue light, okay? LED light bulbs, LED lights, like when you go to Costco and you have all that light coming in, or you go to Walmart and you have all those lights up above, okay? Those are full of blue light. Okay, and that blue light is damaging every cell in your body. It will cause wrinkles. It creates a natural barrier, and it makes you sensitive to light. I've talked to a lot of people recently who have told me my skin is very sensitive to light. Okay, this is how we end up with skin cancer. I've also had a lot of people that sit there, "I'm not going to get any light." I'm not, because I've already had skin cancer. I've had skin cancer 3 or 4 times. Okay, I'm not asking you to go out there and bathe in the stuff and get tons of sunlight in between 12 and 4 p.m., when the sun is I'm not going to ask you to do that. Just bear with me. Okay, just have a little bit of open mind about this, and you're gonna learn so much in this little video. It's not even gonna be funny. Okay, so it makes you very sensitive to light. Your skin, instead of it being nice and thick and pliable, it's going to become thin. It's going to become very thin because it's going to become very sensitive to light. This is why I'm doing this video today. Even though it's overcast, there is UV light coming through that I am absorbing through my eyes right now, okay? This not only makes your skin thin, it also creates tons of wrinkles on your face. It causes that crepey skin that everybody hates and everybody's trying to get rid of, and using more creams and more lotions, which is not helping, okay? Because we need the sunlight to enter our dermis and our epidermis. We need that coming in. We need to receive that, okay? The more blue light that you get, you're going to have glucose resistance. She's biting my ankles right now because I'm not paying attention to her. It increases your glucose resistance, okay, which makes you more prone to being a type 2 diabetic, okay? And I'm going to show you some samples of that here in a minute, okay? Another thing is kidney function. I have been talking to every one of my kidney, especially the men, because there's a lot of men that are working on computers. There's a lot of men that are working in offices or doing real estate or stuff like that, and they're constantly on the computer. And they're indoors, so they're under artificial light, and they're focusing on their phones, and they're, girl, what is wrong with you? I knew this video outdoors was probably not going to be a good idea. So these men are inside offices, and they're dealing with these artificial lights, and they're dealing with the artificial lights coming from the computer, their cell phones. They're constantly on their cell phones. So they're taking in this a lot. And then they don't understand why their testosterone is dropping. Okay, this blue light messes with your hormones tremendously. I mean tremendously, a lot. And it also lowers it messes with your estrogen, and it lowers your testosterone if you're a man. So it's kind of almost, you gotta kind of look at this and go, they know what they're doing. I know they know what they're doing. Okay, it messes with your kidney function. So a lot of these men that are working in the offices with these artificial lights under, all this artificial blue light from the computers and everything else, they are having more kidney disease than ever. We are seeing a ton of kidney disease. It actually even helps to promote kidney stones. I was like, how is that even possible? So it helps to deplete kidney function. It lowers your kidney, everything. But it starts even higher than that. It starts in your liver. It starts in your pancreas. This blue light affects almost every single organ in your body. Okay? It messes with your melatonin. It messes with your serotonin. Now, a lot of people, one thing that I learned through this, which really was a real trip, was that we think that melatonin just happens at night, and that's not true. Okay, so right now I'm gathering melatonin. Okay, this UV light that I'm collecting right now is giving me my melatonin for the day. And then when I absorb this light, my body will hold on to it. And then when the sun goes down, it will start releasing it. So I don't know what concept I had about melatonin, but that is the biggest case. I know there's a lot of people right now that they're really pushing melatonin supplements, and from all the research that I've been doing and all the things that I've been going to, I've realized that is a huge mistake, because it really messes with your circadian rhythms. Okay, this is what nature intended right here, not for us to take a pill. For you to absorb the melatonin and then to release it later on in the day. Okay, it's making you fat. This was crazy to me. I was like, no way is this happening. At the end of this video, I'm going to put a picture of my eyes and what my eyes looked like 5 days before starting this experiment and 5 days after the experiment. Okay, it's crazy, and I will add it to the end. I would have broken blood vessels, but I was the queen of sunglasses. If you ever seen all my pictures, it was like sunglasses. You cannot wear sunglasses. This light has to penetrate into the back of your eye in order for this to work. Okay, so that you can collect that melatonin, that you can collect that serotonin, that it can penetrate your cells so that your glucose can work correctly. Okay, it's causing obesity because it messes with your hormone. It messes with your fat burning metabolism. It makes you more hungry. The more natural light that you get, the less hungry that you're going to be. You ever seen an overweight homeless person that's walking the streets? Nope. She's my garbage kitty, by the way. If you remember way back in the day on my videos, she's the one that I found in my trash. Look at her now. She's, I think, 4 years old. So this is what's causing your cells to retain that brown fat. Okay. It's crazy, but they've done studies where they've taken people, they've asked them not to change a thing. Don't change your eating habits. Don't add anything. Don't add exercise, nothing. All we want you to do is block the blue light and bring in more UV light. And they have just dropped weight. The fat has literally just dropped off naturally because of that, because their hormones have adjusted, because they've gotten, better at all this. Your eyes. Okay, I'm sitting here out here because as I collect this UV, my eyes will begin to cry, right? It produces more tears. That blue light it dries out your eyes. It does not allow your eyes to act correctly. Okay, so you end up with glaucoma. Yes, you did have glaucoma back in the day, but it's gotten progressively worse. It causes muscular degeneration in your eyes and eventually retinal detachment. Why? Because the back of your eyes keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and literally you are making yourself blind by your own actions, by wearing those sunglasses, by not getting UV, by getting too much blue light. Okay, there's got to be this balance, and we're not having that balance. It disrupts your liver. It disrupts your bilirubin production, which is something that happens in your liver. It contributes to non-alcohol fatty disease. Okay, it causes your liver to not produce that bile and the fat to get congested inside your liver, and it damages your liver. Okay, so what's another one? If you want to research something very, very interesting, go ahead and research patent US, like the United States, 65. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, US 6506148 B as in boy 2. Okay, this is a patent on how they can manipulate your nervous system with blue light. Okay, if you want, please go check out a man named Dr. Jack Krause. He is one of the leading experts on this blue light. He's been doing it now for I think 15-20 years, maybe something like that. He's a neurosurgeon and he specializes in this. He is on YouTube. I believe he's on Instagram because I follow him on Instagram. I'm not sure if he's on TikTok, but I know he's on those. Okay, so all right, Marie, so we have all this damage coming in. What do we do? All right, number one, you go to Amazon and you get these. It comes with 2 pairs. I'm not trying to sell you anything. You don't have to go to Amazon. You could probably go to an eye doctor or whatever. I don't care. These, you can see the blue, right? These are blue blocking glasses. So when I go to Walmart, when I go to Costco, when I watch my LED TV, I put these on. These go in my purse. So when I go to Costco, whatever, or any grocery store where there's a lot of LED lights, I put these on. I have my clear pair sitting right in front of me on my table. When I watch TV, I put those on. Okay, this blocks all the blue light from all this crazy stuff. Now, when I'm outside, I want to get that UV light. Oh, you want to get that UV light. UV light is gotten between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Okay, remember the sun gazing craze years ago? It's starting to make sense now. Okay, so between 7, when the sun comes up, right now it's coming up at 7, between 7 and 9. UV light is better in certain areas than others. So the closer you are down to the Gulf of Mexico, so, like California, Nevada, Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, all of these down Florida, all of these down towards the bottom, you're better off. So what this doctor neurosurgeon says, that if you want to get healthy, get out of those upper states and come down, because it's really, really bad. Okay, Google is controlling a lot of this, a lot of the blue light that you're receiving. IBM was one of the first pioneers in this to try to get you into this blue light. So they've been concocting this for a little bit. Okay, so they're, like I said, they're manipulating the nervous system. There are things that you can do to counteract this, okay? Because it messes with your blood pressure so bad. I was not aware of how bad it messes with your blood pressure. Okay, so you need incandescent light. What did they do to us a couple of years ago? They took away all our incandescent light bulbs. That is the antidote to blue light. So I have been trying to find incandescent light bulbs to put in my house, because I don't want these new LED light bulbs in my house. Okay, number 2, I have been opening up my windows more, trying to get some more natural light in. Okay, if you work at a desk, put that desk up against the window. Get some natural light in there. Okay, you want to get some blue blocking screens for your computer. Block those blue lights. Okay, there's also red light. A lot of people are getting into red light therapy. Okay, the reason red light works is because red light is an antidote to blue light. So it's not that the red light is working so well, it's that it's counteracting the blue light. So we need to start getting rid of that blue light. You need UV light, like I said, between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. in the morning. I've been going out every single day. The difference that it has made in my skin, my eyes, my weight has been like crazy, insane. I could not have believed it if you would have told me that just, a couple of weeks ago. So I'm singing the praises of doing that. So if you actually go on your phone and you go to your settings and you go to, the screen settings, you can actually go into like graveyard mode, and and you can even Google it, how to get rid of the blue light on my phone. It will actually take you step by step in there on how to do that. So I've done that. I've blocked the blue light on my phone. Through that, I've put blue light stuff on my phone, okay, to block it. I now use the glasses when I go to these stores that have all this LED, LCD lighting that is not good for us. And the improvement that I have had in my eyes, in the floaters, it's crazy. At night, try doing this for 5 days. Watch how often you wake up to urinate at night. I have people that are like, I'm getting up at all hours of the night, urinating, because that blue light is messing with your glucose. It's messing with your cortisol. It's messing with all this stuff. It's disrupting everything. It's blocking your blood pressure. The way that your cells break down and break apart and move through your body, everything. So if you do not do this, there is going to be problems with your health, with your weight, with your glucose, with your liver, with your eyes, even with your brain. Okay? And like I said, they know what they're doing. IBM started this years and years and years ago. Google got on board. Then you have the towers, right? So, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in the terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. That was Nikola Tesla back in the day. Remember what he had to do with light bulbs? Light has a vibration. This vibration gets into your cells. It vibrates your cells. It gives them light. It gives them energy. We are light beings. We are vibrational beings. And we need that light to create that vibration inside our bodies for us to stay healthy. So, if you want to be healthier in 2025, stay happy. I'm going to keep you healthy. But do me a favor. Get yourself some glasses. Get those on to block that blue light. Block the blue light on your computer. Block the blue lights on your phones, especially with your children. Oh my gosh, please. We are going to screw up the next generation so badly because of this blue light that is just messing everything up. Like I said, look up Dr. Jack Krause. He is exceptional at his craft and what he does, and start checking out how they are manipulating your nervous system through this blue light. And the more you get, the worse it's going to get. And the more you get, the worse it's going to get. So stay happy. Check out the information, the Clef Notes. And I'm going to make you just a little bit healthier on this channel here at A Place to Heal. See you next week, every Friday, 6 p.m. Standard Mountain Time. And 1 hour later, we go to TikTok Lives, and we have a 2-hour TikTok Live where we discuss everything that is health if you have any questions. All right, see you here, see you there. Have a good one. Bye-bye.